Hello everyone, this is Moses from Wilona's Cave. I am in the middle of drawing a witch's cabin for my game Mystic Warriors RPG. And I decided to stop. One, I need a rest. What you're seeing so far is about 1 hour of work. There's gonna be more trees in the background. But before I started drawing those, I wanted to make this video. With painting, let's say watercolor, pastels, regardless, you wanna paint the background and then go to the foreground. Okay? With drawing, for me, in my opinion, I never went to school for this. All of us, when we were children, used to draw. I just never stopped drawing. So that's where my experience comes from. And I'm not done yet. All this has to be a little more detail in the wood, etc. A witch's cabin in the woods, dark woods. This is gonna be really a dark setting. But regardless, the reason why I start the heavy detail in the beginning, instead of drawing in the background like painting, I draw in the foreground, or excuse me, painting in the background. I start in the foreground due to energy, time, neck and back pain, elbow, wrist, everything. There's gonna be no detail in the back, okay? But I'll be prone to add detail because I don't like the way it looks. But I have to remind myself this is the background. But if I start with the foreground, excuse me, all my energy in my neck is fresh, my back is fresh, I'm not gonna be hurting as much. So I can get that detail I need, and the time and energy and dexterity I have it early on where it matters. Because in the background, all it is just scribble. Just scribble the dark trees. The foreground is where you want to get this intricate detail going. And I still don't like how the wood looks. I still need to work on it a little bit more. I don't like how perfectly circled that opening in the attic is, etc. That's when I can do that work and I can really zoom in. That's how close I get when I start drawing like that. I get really close, and that's really hard for your back. Okay, you don't want to be doing that to your background where the detail doesn't matter. You want your energy and, stiffness in your neck and everything to go in the foreground where it matters most. No matter how old you are. If you're 10 years old, I don't know if you remember when you were kids, you used to scribble and go up close and you start getting up, you hurt a little bit, even though you're young. It doesn't matter, or your hand hurts or your fingers hurt from writing too much or drawing too much. No matter how old you are, you got to get up. So, and then I also, another little tip, I also have an alarm for 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, I take a 5-minute break. Or you're going to end up like pop metal. You're going to be not flexible at all by the end of the day. And that's not good. That's not worth it. So this is for Mystic Warriors RPG. Don't know the story about it. Had the idea. Said, okay, I'm going to do it. This is going to be really dark trees in the foreground. More detail. There's gonna be some leaves and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of detail added in. This is just the basis of it. And then you can see really light shading. That was with 4H. That was with this pencil right there. It doesn't stop rolling. There we go, 4H. That's with 4H, and I just lightly, with loose hand, and just in one direction, you can see the lines going this way. One direction, and just shading everything in, because there's nothing pure white in a drawing. Everything has a little bit, even a cloud, there's some type of tint other than white in there. There's nothing pure white. So I always make sure I give everything a light shade. I used to use my 6H pencil. It's too much clay. It doesn't really do much, so I went to a 4H. There's even 9H, which is just, I don't know, almost useless to me. Regardless, I had to put some detail on the roof. But anyways, that's a little tip before I continue. And this is also to document my drawings. So when I produce my RPG and put it to Drive-Thru RPG or wherever else I'm going to put it, there is documentation of images, which I've posted a few on my community page and Patreon. And if you'd like to join the Patreon, I'll put it in the description below and comment section. But it's also to document drawing. So there'll never be a question, but let's say if there's ever a question, hey, did you really draw this? There's proof, because there's a lot of AI art out there that I'm catching as well, especially on Drive-Thru RPG, and this is undeniable work. So And also, I'm gonna do something I haven't seen before on any other RPG. I'm taking pictures while I'm going, and I'm gonna put them in the back of the the RPG book, the Mystic Warriors, all my books, Haiku Journey, Echoes of the Hidden, Whispers in Wonderland. All my books will have the process drawings, pictures, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, how it went, like tracing, little shading, better shading, and detail. So that way you can see the process of my artwork in the book instead of just the artwork finished result. Okay, well, I gotta keep on I'm gonna try to finish this, and I'll post it on my community page and Patreon and Facebook. All right, everybody, happy gaming. Bye.